How about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. I want to go ahead and warn you, today's video is not going to be for everybody. We're actually going to be showing you the steps that we take to barbecue a hog. We're not going to show any of the gruesome stuff, but I am going to explain it and how we do it. And then we'll get to actually prepping the hog for the grill and showing you the cook process. So I figured we'd start off with, I've got some friends on the way. They're going to help me clean the pig and everything and get it ready. But I wanted to show you the tools that we use first, so we can skip over all that when we're actually doing that, and I can bring you back when we're starting to prep it. So the pig is in the trailer behind me right now. If you've seen our videos, it's the big black one. So he's only been in there for about 10 minutes now. I left him kind of pinned up in a smaller area yesterday. Loaded him stress-free today, kind of easy. Let him take his time, don't get him stressed out. So it hasn't been a bad day for him at all. But over here on the table, I'm gonna flip the camera around and kind of show you the tools that we'll be using for this. Once we dispatch the animal, I'm gonna use a 22 long rifle to dispatch the animal right in between the eyes. That is the most humane way to do it. 9 times out of 10, they drop on the first shot, and it's about the quickest and easiest thing to do. And then after that's done, we'll go in and we'll cut the artery in his neck and let him bleed out so we can get as much bleed out of the meat as possible. Once that's done, we're gonna set him up on this table and we'll rinse them off pretty good, get all the mud and dirt off of them. And then what we're gonna start doing is taking this water that I'm heating up now, it'll be boiling hot. We're gonna scald the hog and we'll scald all the hair off of them. In the past, we've used knives to do it, but this year I actually purchased these things. They come with pretty good reviews. You're supposed to, just kind of work the hair off of the animal. So we'll kind of see how those work. But like I said, I'm not going to show you all this process. Once we dispatch the animal, get him cleaned and everything, I'll bring you back and we'll show you how we trim up the meat and get it seasoned, and then kind of walk you through a couple more steps. I've got the grill set up over here. I've got it all leveled up, ready to go. All we got to do is hook some propane tanks to it, light it up, and get going. This grill is an indirect heat grill. It has one single burner that goes all the way down the center, and it has a deflector plate that kind of rolls the heat up and around. It works really good. And then on the back, we have a little smoker box. I've got some pecan wood, so this will allow us to infuse some smoke flavor into the grill. So that's the big tool we'll be using today, or tomorrow morning. We're not going to cook the hog till tomorrow morning, but we're going to go ahead and get them prepped up today. So we got the pig taken care of. We got it gutted and everything and cleaned. We scalded the hide. We got most of the hair off. It was a black hog, so it was really hard to get all the hair off, but we kind of scraped it clean. It's not as pretty as I normally like to get, but it'll do. It'll cook off in the grill. So what we're going to do now is inject it, but first I kind of want to show you what we did to it. We kind of cleaned all the belly fat out of it, got it trimmed back. We trimmed the skin off of the shoulder and the hams, and then we ran a saw down and split the backbone so it'll lay open. We split the ribs so it'll lay flat on the grill, get an even cook hopefully. So what we're going to do now is I've got a concoction of injection that we're going to throw in it, and we're just going to pump this thing up with about 2 gallons worth of injection to keep it nice and moist while we're cooking, and hopefully add some good flavor. So we'll go ahead and add that, and we'll see you tomorrow morning when we put this thing on the grill, and I'll take you through the steps of that tomorrow. Morning, YouTube. So we got our pig on the grill. It's a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be. It's about the perfect size. So what we're going to do this morning, since we got our heat on already, Matthew's working on our smoke over there, and so we'll have that going here in a second. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stuff our whole spine cavity with sausage that we made last year. This will keep that tenderloin nice and moist the whole cook. You ain't got to worry about it drying out. That typically is going to be the spot that will get a little dry. So we just stuff that whole thing with sausage. Kind of press it down in there, and we'll just line this hole inside it with it, and we'll get that done. We'll show you the next step. So now that we got that sausage in there, what we're going to do now is add a little more grease to that center of the pig. We're going to layer all that sausage with bacon. We're just going to kind of come in here and that's a good bacon. Run it kind of sideways, and we'll go all the way down, and then we'll kind of come back across it, kind of crisscrossing it all the way down. Get all that covered. Whenever this pig's about done, this is going to be the first part that's going to get ate. Everybody loves that sausage and that bacon that's been smoking all day. So we'll get that layered with bacon, and then we'll show you the next step. All right, so our next step after we got all our bacon and sausage on there is we're gonna cover all this pig with French's yellow mustard. We're just gonna kind of put it as a base so that dry rub has something to stick to, and it'll give it a good base flavor whenever we start pulling the meat. Once you get all that meat pulled, this mustard will incorporate in the meat, and it won't overtake you. So now that we got our mustard on there, it's time to put our top secret Nicholson Farms dry rub on there. We're just gonna kind of put a pretty liberal amount all over this meat, cover everything that's got mustard on it now. And what that mustard is doing is just kind of holding this stuff in place. So that's it for the prep this morning. Everything's good. We're getting our smoke going with our pecan wood. Get that incorporated. We're gonna go ahead and shut her down. We won't be opening this grill back for, what time is it now? 5 a.m. So we won't be opening this thing up again till at least 10. That'll give us a good bit of time for that meat to start cooking, and at that point we'll put our temperature probes in. We're going to try to get those hams to 195 and that shoulder to 175. We're going to be cooking all day. I'm hoping to have it done about 4 or 5 o'clock. It's a little bit bigger than I thought, actually, once we got it on the grill, so it should be a good long cook, at least 12 hours is what I'm thinking. So we're going to let this climb. We're going to cook it at about 275, 300, and just do its own work, and we're just going to kind of relax and have a good time today and sit around a good old grill and drink some coffee. All right, so we're about 5 hours into the cook now. Grill's sitting about 275. It's reached 300 a couple times. We're about to open it up for the first time and put these probes in and just kind of see what our internal temperature is. I picked up this thermometer off of Amazon a couple years ago. I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description box. But we're gonna go ahead and open it up. See what she's looking like. She's definitely cooking. We're just gonna put one in the ham and one in the shoulder. Make sure we get it all the way in there. And so right now, we're sitting at about 120 degrees on both of those. So we still got a good while to cook. Everything looks good to me. We're gonna go ahead and close it back down, and we'll probably give it another, I don't know, about 3 hours or so, and then we'll check on it. We'll keep an eye on our temperatures as well though. All right, so we just opened up the grill. Everything's sitting at about 200 degrees. We cooked it up a little higher this year, tried to get this skin crispy. It's starting to break off. So I think we're good to go. I've already kind of tested the meat. Everything's pulling. So right now what we're gonna do is go through, pull out all the meat and separate it from the bone and kind of throw away the bone and everything. As you can see, everything's just kind of raking off. So I think we're good. If we get into it and it's not quite pulling right, we'll shut the grill again and let it cook for a little bit longer. But we're gonna see what we can pull and see how far we can get. That's good. Damn, shoulder still ain't pulling right.
The shoulder ain't done.
It's done to me.
It ain't done.
We'll shred it.
The next thing is just to be on
Can
top
you see
of
if
the
there's
roof.
a little cannon there?
Yeah. I think this is the first time we've pulled meat.
What?
You good at that?
Oh, always.
Pulling the meat?
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be the first time we've pulled meat in the damn sunlight still.
Yeah, I know. It really is.
Dr. Marty.
This needs some work.
What we doing now?
Don't know, Peter.
That tenderloin. Ooh, you want to talk about tender? That money right there.
Oh, let me get a little piece.
That's something that'll make your
Hey,
mom.
the other one's right there.
Come on, baby.
Money, baby. Money, baby.
Gets better and better every year, boys. Well, it's the next day now, and the barbecue turned out great. We had a good time. I cut the camera off and enjoyed time with friends and family for my birthday. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something about how we cook hogs, and maybe you can use it on Boston butts, ribs, or a whole hog. Hopefully, hopefully you get a chance to experience that. It's something that we really enjoyed doing, me and my friends. Something we're going to be looking forward to doing next year, and we're going to continue the tradition going forward of cooking at least one hog a year. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one.